Mark Dyer was able to celebrate his 55th birthday at home, following a 6-week hospital stay. He was undergoing surgery to treat a cancer diagnosis. Mr. Dyer has been a long-term fixture in Prince Harry's life, considered to be a member of the Duke's innermost circle. Mr. Dyer is a former Welsh Guards officer and royal equerry, known as Marco to close friends and family. In a picture posted on social media by television presenter Natalie Pinkham, Mr. Dyer appears overjoyed to be back in his own home after the hospital stay. He beamed next to his wife Amanda, Ms. Pinkham and her husband, Owain Walbioff. Ms. Pinkham posted on Instagram that Mr. Dyer's return brought them all pure joy. She said, "Good news alert. After 14 hours of cancer surgery and 6 weeks in hospital, with strictly no visitors, our great mate Marco Dyer was allowed home yesterday in time to celebrate his birthday with his gorgeous wife Amanda, 2 kids and us today. Pure joy." Mr. Dyer has always held a prominent position in the Duke's life. Back in 2014, royal expert Penny Junor called Mr. Dyer one of the few people who talk some sense into Prince Harry, at times. As a senior attendant to Prince Charles, he had frequent contact with the Prince of Wales' son through the years. He was an additional father figure to young Harry, and accompanied him on his gap year. They traveled across the world together, hopping from Australia to Argentina and Lesotho. Reports suggest the Duke of Sussex maintains close contact with Mr. Dyer, and the pair will see one another whenever Prince Harry makes the trip back across the pond from America to the UK. And when Prince Harry and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, welcomed their first child back in 2019, it was suggested that Mr. Dyer was named one of Archie Harrison's godparents. In a Sunday Times article from January 2020, it was reported that Mr. Dyer was one of young Archie's godparents alongside Tiggy Pettifer, who looked after both the Duke of Sussex and Prince William as children. She cared for the young princes in 1993, following Prince Charles' split from Diana, Princess of Wales. She has referred to the Dukes of Sussex and Cambridge as "my babies" in the past. However, a Buckingham Palace statement from July 2019 stated that the royal family were to keep Archie's godparents a secret, in keeping with their wishes. On the other hand, Prince Harry could face questions from fans over his uncle Andrew when promoting his upcoming memoir, it's feared. The Duke of Sussex is due to release his much-anticipated autobiography, to the Queen's alleged exasperation, later this year. The explosive book, for which Harry was paid £14.7 million, is already causing alarm within the family, and the monarch has reportedly teed up her legal team ahead of its publication. And an insider at Sunshine Sachs, which represents both Meghan and Harry, says many are concerned about questions the Duke may face as he publicizes the book. There are also fears Harry may face media questions about Uncle Andrew. The book is already hugely controversial. Harry has faced criticism for publishing the tome in his grandmother's Platinum Jubilee year. Her Majesty reportedly fears further attacks on the monarchy after the bombshell Oprah interview this time last year, and has instructed her lawyers. Meanwhile, there's a suggestion that Harry could reportedly go into detail on his relationship with stepmother Camilla. The Duke is not known to be close to Andrew, although he is firm friends with Eugenie, who reportedly introduced him to Meghan. The pair attended the Super Bowl together last month, meaning that Eugenie is likely the first royal to have met Lilibet. Harry has also chosen to stay at Frogmore Cottage with Eugenie, husband Jack Brooksbank and their son August during his 2 returns to the UK since Megxit. It had been hoped he'd fly back again with his family for the Jubilee celebrations. However, it now seems unlikely as Harry takes on the UK government in court after being told he'd no longer get the same degree of security when visiting from the US. The prince offered to pay for police protection himself, and says without it, he wouldn't feel safe bringing his family to Britain from Montecito. But Tom Bower, who is currently writing a biography of Meghan, told the Duke may not have returned, even without the drama. Mr. Bower says he faces the ultimate dilemma because of his book. "I think Harry won't come back because he knows he cannot face his family, and be pleasant with him, knowing what he's written about them in that book," he said. "That book will have a lot of casualties and cause a lot of hurt. It will really deliver, as Harry knows it has to justify the money he's been paid to do it. How can Harry come back and pretend it's all fine? The worst of what he will say is yet to come."